With every breaking news, the US and China get closer and closer to war. Hypersonic missiles are flying. Laser weapons are torching things. Aircraft carriers are taking shape. And now, probably the most daring of all, American F-22 Raptors are banging right on China's door. F-22 Raptors at China's door. Okinawa is an island in Japan's exclusive economic zone. Since World War II ended, it has hosted American fighter jets in a military base called Kadena. F-15s, one of America's most successful fighters, have called Kadena home since as far back as 1979. However, in 2023, the U.S. Air Force began withdrawing the fourth-generation air superiority fighters from the island. And in April 2024, 1 month ago, their most significant replacements began to arrive. The fifth-generation F-22 Raptor, the most advanced American air superiority fighter ever. Kadena is a mere 400 miles away from mainland China. So this arrangement of American fighters on the Japanese island doesn't sit too well with the Chinese government. Should a conflict ignite, supersonic fighters like the F-15 and F-22 would arrive in China from Kadena in minutes, giving China little to no time to really prepare. This, to some degree, is the intention of the United States, and it isn't even exactly a secret. The change of guards between the F-15 and F-22 is only a continuation of the Pentagon's strategy of rotating American forces to trouble spots to allow entire units to gain field experience in potential combat zones. The U.S. is basically preparing for a war that could break out in the Kadena-Okinawa region. But so is China. The F-22 can rest assured that it will not be the only fifth-generation fighter in the region. 600 miles away, in the Wuyishan Air Base, the Chengdu J-20 Mighty Dragon lurks and watches, with the intent to do what dragons do: rain fire, should the American fighters begin to act funny. One of the 4 fifth-generation fighters in the world, and China's sole representative in the elite list, the J-20 Mighty Dragon is a mighty formidable air superiority fighter, the most formidable China has ever had. It is therefore China's answer to the F-22 Raptors that flew 7,000 miles, 1/3 the distance around the world, to land dangerously close to Chinese borders. It goes without saying, but it will be said nonetheless. The battle between the F-22 Raptor and J-20 Mighty Dragon has begun. F-22 Raptor versus J-20 Mighty Dragon. The F-22 Raptor entered service in 2005. It was the world's first fifth-generation fighter, and unlike anything before it. 12 years later, the J-20 Mighty Dragon entered service to be the Chinese equivalent of the Raptor. But is it? Can the Dragon fill the shoes of the Raptor? Or does it burn the shoes to ashes because it is beyond them? Well, in 3 crucial categories, we'll find out. Number 1. Stealth. Stealth is the suite of features that makes an aircraft difficult to spot by enemy air defense systems. The Raptor was one of the pioneers of this. The fighter was built from the ground up with stealth in mind. Manufacturer Lockheed Martin paid attention to the tiniest of details. The hinges on the Raptor are hidden. The airframe is shaped to scatter detection waves instead of reflecting them back to the source. Leading edges are cooled, and the fighter features flat thrust vectoring nozzles to reduce infrared emissions, thereby giving little to no heat for heat-seeking missiles to feed on. There's more. All around its airframe, the Raptor is lavishly coated with radar-absorbent material to absorb whatever radar waves refuse to be scattered away. To ensure all stealth components continue to operate as designed, the Raptor is fitted with a signature assessment system that delivers warnings when the radar signature is degraded and repair is necessary. The result of all these? A radar cross-section of 0.0001 meters squared for the Raptor, the same as that of a steel marble. The Mighty Dragon has a holistic approach to stealth too. It has a chined forebody, modified radar radome, electroconductive canopy, diverterless supersonic inlets that obscure the reflective surface of the engine from radar detection, the flat fuselage bottom, internal weapons bay, sawtooth edges on compartment doors, radar-absorbent material coating. The list is endless. However, the fighter's canards are considered a negative on the stealth front. There's an entire debate on how canards can negatively affect the stealth of a fighter. Combine this with the decades-long head start in stealth for the U.S. from the unbelievably stealthy B-2 Spirit or F-117 Nighthawk, and it is highly unlikely that the stealth performance of the Mighty Dragon would match that of the Raptor or exceed it. Number 2. Propulsion. Both the Raptor and the Mighty Dragon are twin-engine fighters. Powering the Raptor are two Pratt & Whitney F-119 PW100 augmented turbofan engines. These engines are closely spaced and incorporate pitch-axis thrust vectoring nozzles for athletic-level agility. Both engines combine to produce 70,000 pound force of thrust to give the Raptor a top speed of Mach 2.25, a service ceiling of 65,000 feet, and a maximum range of 2,000 miles. While the Mighty Dragon reportedly has a new propulsion system in the works, the fighter is currently powered by two Shenyang WS-10C afterburning turbofans that combine to produce up to 66,000 pound force of thrust, 4,000 less than the Raptor. Still, the Chinese fighter achieves an impressive top speed of Mach 2, a service ceiling of 66,000 feet, and a jaw-dropping maximum range of 3,400 miles. Number 3. Armament. To maintain their stealth profiles, both the Raptor and the Mighty Dragon have their weapons stored in internal bays by default. Both fighters also have a main bay and two smaller bays. Inside the Raptor's main bay is a combination of up to 6 65-mile range Mach 4 flying AIM-120C advanced medium-range air-to-air missiles and 1,000-pound class GPS-guided joint direct attack munitions. In the side bays are two AIM-9 Sidewinders with a Mach 2.5 top speed and a 22-mile range. An M61A2 Vulcan 20mm rotary cannon with 480 rounds is also embedded in the airplane's right wing root. The Mighty Dragon's main bay is designed to house both long-range air-to-air missiles, such as the PL-12, and precision-guided munitions, such as the LS family. The two smaller lateral weapon bays behind the air inlets are intended for short-range air-to-air missiles, such as the PL-10. For when stealth isn't of topmost priority, both fighters can carry extra ammunition externally, up to 20,000 pounds of weapons on external hardpoints alone for the Raptor, while the total armament capacity internally and externally for the Mighty Dragon is 24,000 pounds. The Mighty Dragon also doesn't wield a rotary cannon. The Raptor, therefore, appears to have significantly more firepower than the Dragon, which is rather ironic. All of these still aren't all the legendary American fighter has to offer in crucial categories. In fact, it's just getting started, as the U.S. Air Force plans to pour billions of dollars into heavily upgrading the Raptor. Upgrading the Raptor. Just a few months ago, as the U.S. Air Force's sixth-generation fighter, the NGAD fighter, took shape, the service had mapped out the retirement of the F-22 Raptor. According to the Air Force, it was time for the Raptor to go, despite still being the most superior fighter on the planet. However, these sentiments seem to have changed greatly. Rather than prepare the Raptor for retirement in the 2030s as announced, the Air Force is planning to spend about $7.8 billion to upgrade the fighter to be more lethal than ever. Apparently, the superiority and dominance that comes with the Raptor is something that no Air Force can say no to, not even the United States Air Force. The planned upgrades would transform the Raptor into a beast of a machine and could keep it in service for much, much longer. The most notable of these upgrades are 1. Low observable IRST pods. Despite the Raptor's superiority, its age means it has missed out on crucial modern technologies that newer fighters, albeit inferior fighters, have. Technologies such as infrared search and track, or IRST. IRST enables fighters to intelligently and passively search, detect, track, classify, and prioritize multiple airborne targets, whether the targets are up, down, sideways, or anywhere. It enables fighters to engage these targets from great distances too. It is game-changing technology that the Raptor has missed out on for far too long. But not anymore. as new and updated IRST pods are now slated to be installed on the fighter. Number 2. New weapons. Multiple weapon programs are ongoing in the U.S. to develop weapons with better capabilities than those currently in service. The AIM-260 Long-Range Joint Advanced Tactical Missile is one of these weapons. A beyond visual range air-to-air missile designed as an unrivaled response to the advanced long-range missiles developed by near-peer adversaries, such as China's PL-15. Then there are the hypersonic missiles designed to fly at least 5 times the speed of sound to ensure no military jet on the planet can outrun an American-pledged destruction. Laser and microwave-directed energy weapons aren't left out either. These weapons are capable of destroying just about anything at a fraction of the current costs and time. All of these weapons under development, once ready, could find a home in the F-22 Raptor and make the fighter much more lethal than it currently is. The F-22 Raptor is a lot of things: the world's first 5th-generation fighter, the top air superiority fighter, a pioneer, a guest to Japan, and a nearby problem to China. And thanks to some upgrades, it's about to become much more problematic to the Asian world power. What will China and the J-20 Mighty Dragon do about it? Well, according to the Chinese government, the only way to find out about that is by giving this video a like and subscribing to this channel. So do that now, and thanks for watching.